What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am Dakota. I recorded this video yesterday and I said 1,000 times. Easily 1,000 times. And it was bothering me so much when I was editing it. And I contemplated it overnight whether or not I should upload this or if I should redo it. And I decided I'm just gonna redo it because if I can't stand it, I'm sure there are 100 people at least that cannot stand it either. So I'm gonna say I'm so sorry if I say a few times, but I promise it will be a lot better than yesterday's video. So I wanted to film a question and answering video, a Q&A, because well, my brain is just recovering also from giving birth a week ago. So instead of talking about like my labor and delivery, I wrote everything down and I'll talk about that in maybe a video or two. So I had my friends and my family ask me questions that they wanted me to answer. It is so bright right here. I'm staring into a window like, it's so bright. I shouldn't have done that. And now I need to sneeze. So I had everyone ask me questions and I put them in like order of what I think would be reasonable to answer. Anything that has to do with like labor and delivery, I pretty much made it separate for another video, or because I felt like I'm going to answer that in my like birth story. So let's just get into it. There's no point of me talking anymore because this video is already gonna be pretty long because I had quite a lot of questions, thankfully, because I had no idea what I would be doing for this week's video because like I said, I'm a little tired. So the biggest question was, well, first of all, I guess it's important to tell YouTube because you guys don't know what I had. I had a baby girl. And she is just amazing. I don't need to talk about her too much. Don't need to boost her head if she ever sees this in the future. She already knows she's gonna be, I already know she knows. Anyways, what was her reaction to it being a girl? First, I kind of was like, I don't wanna say I knew it, but it was like, I kind of did have mom tuition because I felt like it was gonna be a girl, but I felt like it was gonna be a girl like the majority of my pregnancy. Like when I'd see pictures of them or the ultrasound of them, like I felt like she was gonna be a girl, but I didn't want to have a boy and be like, I thought you were a girl the whole time. Like I just felt like that'd be messed up for some reason. But my first reaction was like, that's cool that I guess I did kind of have some sort of like mom tuition. Oh, I'm so itchy. Another reaction of like, it's that she was a girl was thank goodness, because my family went crazy on girl clothes, girl blankets, girl themed gifts for her baby shower. I guess I can say her, for the baby shower we had. We didn't know that I was having a girl, but my family clearly felt like I was having a girl, so thank goodness they were right, because I have so many girl clothes. I almost don't know what to do with it. Like, what did I think about who I was going to have? Like, did I think about if I was gonna have a boy or girl during labor? Unfortunately, no. I was in a lot of pain and just not in my head during labor. So no, I wasn't thinking about that. Truthfully, all I was thinking about during labor was I just wanted to go home. So yeah. What was my favorite part of labor and delivery? Just the fact that Kyle got to deliver her, and he got to announce her gender. Like the doctors asked my birth plan, and I didn't really have a plan because I didn't want to be induced, so there went my plan. But I was just like, if Kyle could deliver her and announce her gender, I would appreciate that. And they did, they let him. So how come I had bows already made? And people are referring to like Instagram pictures. I'll leave my Instagram down below so you guys can check it out. But I had a bow made with her name already made previous to her being born. And that's because I also had beanies made if I had a boy with his name. So I just wanted something special made for each one if it was a boy or a girl, because pretty much everything I've been buying or I did buy before giving birth was gender neutral, and I just felt like this was the one way I can make them feel special, even though like they clearly don't, or she clearly doesn't know this, but it made me feel special for them. Postpartum depression, that was the question. No, thank goodness. I have suffered from depression and major anxiety in the past, and so the doctors are aware of my medical history. And while we were at the birthing center, they actually brought in a therapist to talk and just give me some options and let me know of some people I can talk to and some resources, and just like let me know I'm not alone. So yeah, but so far no, I haven't had any anxiety. I greatly what do I want to say? I don't know, my words aren't coming out. I put that on the fact that I'm a nanny and that I've helped raise so many children. I am very confident in my abilities of raising babies, taking care of babies. Like I have zero anxiety. You can give me a random kid and I can figure them out so fast. So you handed me my baby. We got her on a schedule. I didn't do it, she did it herself. I have no anxiety, no depression. I'm honestly on cloud 9. It took so long to get to this point that I just feel like, I don't want to say it's never gonna end, but like it took so long to get here that I'm so happy. I don't think I'm ever not gonna be happy that I have my daughter. But hormones are a crazy thing, honestly. You could be so happy and the next day you just wake up so sad. So I don't want to speak too soon, but I do have my resources just in case. So I've also got my friends and my family that are keeping, they're updating. They make me update them. They have me update them. They keep asking me how I'm doing. You know what's sad, guys, is that I'm getting more sleep than I have ever gotten in my life. Not really, but like the last 4 years I was like getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night, and now I'm getting like 7. I'm getting like 6 to 8 hours, and I think I'm just getting like sleep drunk. Like I'm so sleepy. Oh, this is a lot nicer. It's just too bright out there. What if I recorded this video, the rest of this video like this? Oh, I'm in their nursery. I forgot to tell you that I didn't want to sit on the floor because I'm still recovering down there and it really hurts. So I'm in an office chair inside the nursery. I figured this is a good background. Squirrel. Anybody know what I'm talking about or what? How do Kyle and I split the load? And I'm guessing they mean like, how do we work as a team? I'm guessing, I don't know. Basically Kyle has changed the majority of her diapers. He will wake up in the middle of the night and go get her out of her crib and bring her to me so I can feed her. And then I burp her and then I give her back to Kyle to change her. He swaddles her up and then we say goodnight. She usually goes through like 1 to 2 diaper changes at night. She doesn't really wake up at night. She sleeps so well. And I've been sleeping so well. Doesn't look like it, but I promise you I'm sleeping and I don't know how. Like I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom, of course, and then I look at her and I'm like, oh wow, I'm actually tired. Like, I'm gonna take my butt to bed. Normally, I would just stare at her for hours. Actually, the first few nights I didn't sleep because I just stared at her and I listened to her little breath because it's just amazing. Anyways, so that's how we split the load. I'm breastfeeding, so I'm also pumping sometime during the day. Sometimes I pump 2 to 3 times. Sometimes 4 actually, now that I think about it. I'm pumping a lot, and that's because I want Kyle to be able to feed her bottles so they can bond that way. And then also got a deep freezer, so I'm building up my stash just in case. My boobs do hurt still. I'm 8 days in to breastfeeding. She latched no problem. I can't remember. Okay, brain. I can't remember how long it took us from birth to when we first tried breastfeeding, but I feel like it was within the first hour, maybe even 30 minutes that I whipped my boob out and I tried to feed her because I was just waiting for that moment. But now, I'm not saying I regret it, but my boobs, they're hurting. I do use Earth Mama's cream or butter. I am so sorry. I use that and it's been really helpful. I haven't had any cracks or bleeding just yet, but they're sensitive. I will say that. It is not very enjoyable when it comes to the pain. Like the first 5 minutes of her latching and like doing her thing, the first 5 minutes suck real bad, but I'm gonna keep going. It's worth it to me. We had another question on cloth diapers. So the biggest question was the pros and the cons. I can't think of any cons for our family. I can think of some cons for other families. The cons that I can think about for other families is that it can get expensive depending on like the type you choose to go with. All-in-ones, all-in-twos, pockets, pre-folds, I don't know the rest. You get it. It depends on the type that you go with. It can get really expensive, and if you don't buy hand-me-downs or like, what's it called? Cheapies, like it can get really expensive. So that's a con, I guess. And then laundry can really pile up if you're not diligent on that, but because Kyle and I do laundry every day for the most part, I would say we do laundry 6 out of the 7 days of the week because I am a nanny and he is in the military. We're always doing laundry. We don't like seeing clothes in the basket, so doing another load of laundry of diapers one load of laundry every 3 days just of diapers, like that's not a con to me. Like if that's a con to you guys, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, that's a little lazy. Yeah, the pros for us, very easy, very convenient, cheap, because we did get a lot of hand-me-downs. All of those, and I don't know if you can see that, those are all hand-me-downs minus 6 of them. 6 of them. No, even then, they're a gift at the baby shower. We haven't bought any diapers other than, I will show you. I bought this one. This is an all-in-one. We use these at nighttime just because it's really simple. We use a liner. I don't know if you cannot tell. We covered this pad, I don't know what it's called, with a disposable liner, so if she poops on it, we can just throw that away, and the cleanup is even easier than it would normally be. But during the day, we use, I'm sitting on it, we use these pre-folds and a cover. So If she doesn't soak through one of these, and if her poop doesn't explode, you can keep using these. And so we don't really need that many covers. And if she poops or pees, like, we literally wipe her. So if she poops right here or pees right here, we close it and then we wipe her with it on the outside if it's not dirty. And then we throw that in the wet bag. And we're also using cloth wipes, and it's so easy. Like, me and Kyle just don't understand why more people aren't doing it. Like, we grabbed 2 wipes. I should have grabbed them. They're about this big, made of flannel. And we grab 2 wipes. We get one of them wet and one of them dry. We use the wet one to wipe away any pee or poop. And you wouldn't think that one wipe would be able to do the job. And yeah, she's small. I'm sure when she's bigger, we'll need another wipe. But as of right now, we're only using 1 wipe to clean up all the ickiness. And then we use a second wipe that's dry to dry her off, and just in case if there's anything else on her, we get that. But for the most part, we use one of these and 2 wipes 10 times a day, maybe. So like, is it really that much more laundry if you really think about it? 10 of these, or like a few of these and a few of these, and little wipes. Like, it just is mind-blowing to us that more people don't choose to cloth wipe, or, oh yeah, cloth diaper, cloth wipe, because it's so cheap and it's very convenient. Because wet wipes, they can dry out, and in this pandemic, a lot of people were buying all the diapers and the wipes that some families they didn't have any. So like, Kyle and I were like, oh shoot, we're stacked. We got plenty of diapers and wipes to go. Like, I didn't have to worry about having to buy diapers in a store when the world was going crazy. And that right there was enough peace of mind. That was like, hell yeah, I chose the right thing even before I had her. So yeah, the way we do diaper changes is Kyle has been changing her, like I said. If she poops or if she pees, I take the diaper from Kyle and I clean it up really fast. If it's poop, I will wash it off, just because I don't want to smell it in my house, and because it's like easier to clean up when it's fresh. And I'll put it in a wet bag, or if it's in the middle of the night and I'm feeding and Kyle's doing the changing, he'll take care of it. So it's so easy. We split the load. It's super nice having Kyle here. Our feeding, like, what is our schedule like? We feed every 2 to 3 hours. So she'll sleep for 2 to 3 hours. We'll wake her up for probably about 20 minutes. She'll go to the restroom like clockwork. And then I'll feed her, we'll burp her, feed her on my other boob, and then she goes back to sleep. So she's usually awake for about an hour, sleeps for 2 hours, eats, repeats. She has like today she had a good 2-hour window of being awake. So I'm not sure if she'll have another 2-hour window, but normally at night she's got a good 2-hour window of being awake. But at night she sleeps. We'll feed and she'll sleep for 4 hours straight. And sometimes I have to wake her up because I'm like, you need to change your diaper and get fed, because I'm awake. I might as well wake you up. Like, you woke me up enough in the womb. I set our schedule. Was it everything I expected it to be? And I don't necessarily know if this is what they're talking about in general. Is everything what I expected it to be, or was my labor? So I'll answer it in both of these videos. I'll answer about my labor and the other one. Being a mom is everything I expected it to be, in the sense of duties. I'm a nanny. I know that I have to change a diaper every 2 hours, or feed every 2 hours, or I know that I have to take care of this child. Like, that's what I expected. It's what I've been doing for the last few years, so like, I haven't stressed out about that at all. I did not expect to be so head over heels in love with this child. Like, it makes me emotional. I'm gonna cry. It makes me emotional just thinking about how much I love her and how much Kyle loves her. I'm gonna cry. And how much like just family and friends love her. I am just very appreciative. Did I record it? I recorded me pushing her out, but I didn't record any of the before or after. And I don't really know how I'm going to share that, or if I want to share that, because it is such an intimate moment with Kyle and I, and it was probably only like 10 minutes, if that. Like, I was in labor. I was in like intense labor for maybe 8 hours or less, and then I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the labor video yet because, like I said, it was last week. It's too fresh to watch. But the nurses said I pushed about 12 times, so I guess when I watch I'll confirm that or not. It honestly felt like I pushed maybe, I guess I pushed like 3 times per contraction window. So I guess that's probably why, because I was gonna say, I feel like I only pushed like, or I've only had contractions to push like 5 times. It went by fast once my body was like, oh, we're in labor? Let's do this. But leading up to that, the induction process, worst thing in the world. But we'll talk about my labor and all those questions in a different video. I'm gonna end this here. I think I did really well with not saying if you ask me. However, the sun was not enjoyable to look at, so maybe I'll record this a different time, or I'll record another video at a different time. Spit it out. All right, I'm gonna show you guys my bump, lack thereof, and we'll end this because, yeah, okay. I can't get up. Stop. All right, 8 days. Excuse my string. I had my little girl 8 days ago. I went into the hospital at 169 pounds, and this morning I weighed myself and I was 142 pounds. So that's quite a bit of a change in 8 days. I am extremely sad that I really don't have any visible proof that I had a baby other than herself, my baby, herself, my brain. But yeah, I'm sad I don't have any like stretch marks or like a flab or I don't know, like a mom bod. I feel like I'm back to even before getting pregnant. Like, I'm looking better than I was before getting pregnant, because before getting pregnant I was really depressed and ate a lot of food. So now I'm happy and I'm thriving. So that's good. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.